Morning guys, so this is the COT data video for the week beginning the 20th of May 2024. I just thought I'd start with the bubbles just to show you how the retail herd are positioned for the week ahead. And it's important to note that there's two aspects to the bubbles, right? We've got the positioning, which should be quite clear. They're long, they're short, but we're interested in the dynamic flow across time. So if they're long dollar, for say for example, and they add long, it's going to be more of a sell. If they're short Australian dollar and it goes this way, it's going to be more of a buy. Okay, so they're long, they're added long, sell. They're short, added short, buy. So it's possible that they're going to resume their bearishness, their bearish view of the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. If they sell, it's going to push these bubbles across, and then there'll be more of a buy. Likewise with yen, Swiss franc, and USD. Now that these are like typical conventional safe havens, these are risky. So this is setting up for a risk on appetite mood for the week ahead, especially if they go this way. So anything that's long, they add long, it's be more of a sell. Right? If they're short and they add short, it's going to be more of a buy. So if the Australian dollar bubble comes over here, and let's say the Swiss franc comes over here, it's going to be Aussie, Swiss, buy. Likewise, Aussie USD or Aussie yen. So that's just a quick view, right? So note where things are. The yen has come down quite a bit, but it's still quite high. Okay, it's 81%. So they are very long, but we have come off its highs, and they're very short New Zealand dollar as well. Very, very short. So we could see a New Zealand dollar long play this week. Don't forget we've got COT data on the sheet, so have a look at that. It's all populated automatically on the fly. As soon as it's populated Friday night, it comes into the sheet, which is fantastic. Okay, so let's look at the COT file, and just going to load it up. And what we need to do is come to the chart page, and we're going to right click that window here, and we're going to do a move chart and move to own sheet, and then rename it. And this is how we are right now. So let's look at the euro, and then so we can put on the dollar. So he's got the dollar, so that's fine. Euro on. Okay, that's a bit confusing. Right, so the euro this looks like it could have been a trap 2 weeks ago. I was saying, so it looked like we would have made a sell because the euro went below the dollar, and now we've ticked higher. So we've got a much stronger euro than the USD. Both have inclined slightly. The dollar is coming up slightly higher. This actually is propelled higher. So this could have been a trap. So a lot of care and attention. Note where the bubbles are. Like they, that's like more of a sell than the euro. So that matches what we're seeing in the COT data. So the euro is stronger than the USD, and that agrees with the bubble chart. Okay, the euro is more of a buy than the dollar, and likewise there. So let's look at yen. Click that, and so minus 179, minus 134, 126. So we are moving higher. We are below zero though, so that's really important. So before looking to buy the yen, you'd want it above these highs, and then really above the zero line, and then you could look for longs with a lot of confidence. But we are definitely below zero. However, they've gone less shorts slash more long on yen, but they are still negative. Okay, so be careful there. No, keep yen on because that's important to monitor. Aussie down slightly, minus 64 to minus 77. Okay, so that's Aussie. Pound on, and we basically got some support. We've made it like a double bottom support, so it's slightly higher than the week prior. Still negative though. So, and there's the GU sell, but we could make a GU buy pending that we get the crossover. So it is a buy on this spreadsheet, but you want the two to agree, and also ideally get the market structure summary to agree. What does it say about GU? It says it's ranging. So because it's range, avoid it, okay? They're also very skewed as well. Very, very skewed. God, that's crazy. There's not many people long. There's a load of bears in GU. So that could go higher just to squeeze them, okay? It's very bonkers. A lot of skew here, by the way. So a lot of care and attention with the New Zealand dollar. It's a little bit, well, very, very unusual to see such skew. Let's come back to that. So maybe we'll see a tick higher in the New Zealand dollar. We'll have to wait and see. And pound on, CAD, pound off, CAD on. CAD declined. It's minus 63 to minus 80. So it's a depreciation there. We might be setting up for cross yen setups here because, if we get the crossover, it's going to be CJ's sell, okay, because we'll have a stronger yen versus the CAD. So that's that. Gold was sideways, and we still are. So not much to comment on there. We know what gold's up to on the bubbles because we can just check the tab. We are buy, but we're sort of kind of in the middle. So there's a little bit cautiousness around that. If the gold bubble gravitates higher, it's going to be meaning that retail guys are more long, so it should be a sell. So I've got a feeling that might go a bit higher. Right? So a little bit of a heads up there. If the herd go long, then we'll see some price declines, and there might be heavy declines as well. So gold is sideways, but I think it may even depend on herd sentiment. Okay, because at the moment it's a buy, but if it flips, it will change the retail sentiment, and then the big fish may change their bias. It could be sideways because they're watching what the small fry are doing, what the comms are doing, the commercials. Gold off, and New Zealand dollar on. Did it tick higher? Not really. It should be higher, really, if you look at the herd sentiment. So obviously this is still delayed. Minus 11,000 there. New Zealand dollar off. And then lastly, Swiss franc. And we were breaking this sideways chop, and now we've gone sideways. And 41 still to 41. We just went sideways. So hopefully that was a decent video on how you can get the sheet to agree with the COT data. It is worth noting also on the QDB scores is that this column here takes into account the COT data. So that's already included, okay? So for example, the Euro Yen's got a good score because it takes into the COT data, but also other macro fundamental stuff. But because the Euro has a better non-commercial value versus the yen in terms of like net value, the euro is obviously positive, the yen is net negative, as we just saw on the on this COT data. So that's all good. Get the things to agree, and we can do okay. So we've got a good score on EJ, we've got a good QDB score there, and a good market structure summary. And we have got a confirmation for market buyer. So it could be a case of just looking for entry. You might be okay. And if it says range, to avoid it. And there's the weekly change. We saw the Aussie Swiss very strong. New Zealand dollar Swiss also very strong on the week. And also we saw a lot of weakness in the yen as well. The Euro USD had a good week actually. And that's it. So hopefully that helps. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome. If you want to sample the sheet for free, you can do that as well. Just select the free trial at patreon.com/QuasiDB and just let me know your Gmail address. You don't sign up for a Hotmail because I can't send you the sheet, okay, because there's a Google Doc. And that's it. So I wish you a good day, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.